Hiya Seven, and welcome to the third lesson this week, which is a creative writing one. And I hope that you've had a look at the YouTube video first. It's entitled You're a Spy Disguised as a Birdwatcher. If you haven't seen it yet, go and watch it now. It's literally 1 minute long, and it will ask you all these questions. And these to help you think. So it starts off with what's a real mission? Who do you work for? And who are you trying to stop? Why are you disguised as a birdwatcher? And you're going to need to answer these to be able to do a proper story. And I've answered mine in red, so I've decided my real mission is to wait for a scientist to make a drop and leave some secret information for an informant. I work for MI5, all my characters do, and I'm trying to stop this Mr. or Dr. Schreivogel. I made that up. And they're bird watchers because it's a London park. They can't be spotted. They've got secret microphones and earpieces. And it's Pete and Kevin or Pigeon and Kestrel on the case. So I've made those choices, and I actually took some time to plan this before I started writing. And then the important thing is this: type it up on forms. Okay, before we go any further, you have a forms submission for this. So it looks like this: you're a spy disguised as a birdwatcher, and under here it will say enter your answer. I actually typed mine on Word first and then copied and pasted it. And then just so you know, this is what I can see. So I can see how many responses, how long it took you to complete, which won't look very long if you copied and pasted it. But if you type directly in, I can see how long you spent. And then I can see all your results. And that way we're trying to give you some good feedback. So do not handwrite it and then send me a picture. If at all possible, type it up and submit it via forms. The link is on Show My Homework at the bottom, and it will begin with the word forms. Okay, so you'll know which one it is. So all I said for this was use show, don't tell skills, and that means that you're trying to describe as creatively as you can the scenario. So that's what I've done. I've highlighted in yellow the things that are showing and not telling. So you'll notice I've used a bit of speech. I've used some interesting adjectives like dingy, tidied, and participles as well. And I've also made some comparisons between Pete and pigeons. Are you ready? Pigeon to Kestrel. Pigeon to Kestrel. Any sign of the target? Pete inquired, seemingly to no one, but actually to the small microphone receiver which is taped to one of the ear flaps on his deerstalker hat. Pete, aka Pigeon, was quite enjoying this assignment to watch the wildlife, so to speak, in one of London's busiest parks. At least it got him out of the dingy corner of MI5 that he'd been tidied into some time ago. Poor Pete. Pathetic Pete. If his career was ever promising, he had since become one of the grey-feathered cooers who bob their heads around the office doors in Whitehall, looking for unclaimed biscuits they can swoop down on. In fact, he wasn't sure why he'd been given the lead on this little reconnaissance mission, but better not to jinx it by asking. No, drawled Kevin, who was more used to Italian suits than itchy scars and stupid hats. The binoculars were heavy, and he was bored, pretending to scope the trees out for nuthatches. Nothing on the east side of the park. Pigeon, why don't you see if you can waddle round to position 2? You're rather blocking my view of the bench near the fountain, and the 2 very pretty birdies sat there. He chuckled to himself, while eyeing up 2 interns on a lunch break, chirping to each other about their respective bosses while sipping coffee from reusable cups. Oh, right, murmured Pigeon Pete. Not sure that we're meant to be taking in that kind of wildlife, Kestrel. Remember, intelligence intercept suggested that Dr. Schreivogel will be making the drop in person. The only thing we know about him is that he's not a pretty birdie, and I could do with your full attention. Fine, huffed Kestrel Kevin, but I really think I'm missing a ticket here. That old windbag scientist probably won't turn up anyway. Want to get a pen and raisin from Pret on the way back to the office? Only if you're going to keep an eye on the prize. I see a possible match for the target approaching the North Quad, and he should be coming into your view now. Did you like it? I called it twitches. It's another word for Birdwatchers. This was nearly 400 words, I think. So a bit more than I might be expecting you to create, but importantly, I'd just like you to have a go and have fun with this task. Maybe aim for 200 words. That's about 2 paragraphs, okay? Maybe 2 this size. And see if you can give me some hints that your characters are like or what's going on rather than telling me. That's really the art to this. I could have told you that Pete was boring and greying and middle-aged, but instead I told you that he was a grey-feathered cooer who bobbed his head around office doors and swoops on left-alone biscuits because I'm trying to show you rather than tell you. Have a go. I can't wait to read your submissions, and make sure you plan it first and submit it on forms. It should look like this. Okay, so type it up on forms and pop it in the box. Well done, Year 7, and I'll look forward to reading your imaginative stories.